The centre cancels 3,600 crore rupees VVIP chopper deal with Anglo-Italian firm AgustaWestland in view of kickbacks charges. Augusta denies any wrongdoing, says it will robustly defend its reputation. Delhi government orders CAG audit of Delhi's discom companies. New MLAs take oath of office and secrecy of 5th Assembly of Delhi. Arvind Kejriwal to seek trust vote today. Father of Kolkata's 16-year-old gang rape victim who lost the battle of life meets West Bengal Governor M.K. Narayanan and seeks justice for his daughter. Girl allegedly set on fire by culprits succumbed to injuries on Tuesday. Telecom regulator TRAI imposes 5 crore rupees fine in 2013 on operators for poor services and on telemarketers. 9 lakh numbers disconnected and over 1.74 lakh unregistered individuals blacklisted for making pesky calls and SMSs. And New Zealand's Corey Anderson scores fastest international century, takes just 36 balls against West Indies to break the record long held by Pakistan's Shahid Afridi. Afridi hails Corey's, admitting he had never heard of him before. Hello and welcome to DD News. I am Sidhant Sibal and today is 2nd January 2014 and hope your New Year's resolutions are still intact. And let's go straight to the top stories of the day. The centre cancelled its 3,600 crore rupees deal with Anglo-Italian firm AgustaWestland for supply of 12 VVIP choppers to the Air Force in view of charges that kickbacks to the tune of 360 crore rupees were paid in it. The move came after Defence Ministry sought the Law Ministry's opinion last month on the issue and the Defence Ministry's meeting with the Prime Minister on Wednesday. Facing the prospect of being blacklisted, AgustaWestland on Wednesday denied any wrongdoings and said it will robustly defend its reputation. In a late evening statement on Wednesday, the firm said it has not yet received any communication from the Defence Ministry regarding cancellation of the deal.
Almost a year after the Defence Ministry initiated the cancellation of the contract with AgustaWestland, the Defence Ministry today bit the bullet and cancelled the over 3,500 crore rupee contract. The Defence Minister had threatened blacklisting, cancellation and even penal action against the Anglo-Italian company last year after its officials were investigated and tried for bribery by Italian court. This led the Defence Ministry to order a CBI probe into the matter. In fact, a Defence Ministry team is to question an alleged middleman Guido Haschke in Italy this month. In an election year, the Defence Minister does not want to be seen as permissive of corrupt financial deals, given his image of a clean Defence Minister who stresses transparency in defence deals. The CPIM has welcomed the decision but wants punishment for the culprits.
It's very good. Finally, they have realized that there is something very, very fishy in the whole deal. Mere cancelling of the deal, though it is good, it's not sufficient.
AgustaWestland has already delivered 3 of the 12 AW101 choppers meant for ferrying Indian VVIPs. India has paid 1/3 of the rupees 3,546 crores. In November, the Defence Ministry had rejected arbitration as demanded by AgustaWestland and sought the Attorney General's and Law Ministry's opinion. In New Delhi, this is Nandita Dagar for DD News.
Meanwhile, the BJP claimed its campaign against the government on the AgustaWestland chopper deal has led to cancellation of the order, but said this would not absolve the UPA government of its wrongdoings. BJP leader Prakash Javadekar said that the country pays the price for this Congress regime.
अब इनको ये सौदा रद्द करना पड़ा है, लेकिन ये भी देश को महंगा पड़ेगा क्योंकि 3 विमान आ चुके हैं, तो उसकी कीमत क्या देंगे। फिर दूसरी बात है कि जो सौदा रद्द हुआ तो उसका बहुत भारी जुर्माना पड़ेगा, तो ये देश को लूटना ही है और इसलिए भ्रष्टाचार के कारण अगर देश को कीमत चुकानी पड़ती है तो इसकी वसूली भी किससे करे।
As Delhi government ordered an official audit of the private power companies, the Comptroller and Auditor General has indicated that it is ready to go into the finances of 3 distribution firms. Sources in the CAG said that the Comptroller and Auditor General's Act 1971 provided for audit of private companies on the request of the Lieutenant Governor into any company in which substantial investments has been made by the government.
3 promises kept in 3 days by the AAP government in Delhi. First, free water of up to 667 litres per household per day in Delhi. Then, 50% cut in power tariffs for those using up to 400 units per month for 3 months. And now, audit of 3 private power discoms in Delhi by the CAG. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has said that the Lieutenant Governor has ordered the audit.
LG साहब ने बिजली कंपनियों के तीनों बिजली कंपनियों के ऑडिट के ऑर्डर्स दे दिए हैं। CAG साहब ऑलरेडी ऑडिट के लिए कल तैयार हो गए थे, तो अब इन बिजली कंपनियों का ऑडिट CAG ऑडिट शुरू हो जाएगा।
Kejriwal had met the CAG on Tuesday to discuss audit of the power discoms. On Wednesday, he said that the duration of the audit will depend on the cooperation extended by the companies for the audit. AAP is of the view that the power companies have been overcharging consumers, and the Chief Minister has attacked Sheila Dikshit over the issue.
पिछली सरकार 4 साल में अचीव नहीं कर पाई। पूरी दिल्ली बार-बार कह रही थी ऑडिट करवाओ, ऑडिट करवाओ, ऑडिट करवाओ, और सरकार कहती थी ऑडिट नहीं करवा सकते। तो जो पिछली सरकार 4 साल में अचीव नहीं कर पाई, वो मौजूदा सरकार ने 4 दिन में अचीव कर लिया है।
The discoms have objected to the audit, saying, among other things, the matter is sub judice in the Delhi High Court, and the Delhi government should have waited for its outcome.
जो भी ultimately decision होगा कोर्ट का, which will set the law for this type of issues, हम उससे उसको implement करेंगे in letter and spirit। तो हमारा बस यही रिक्वेस्ट था कि कोर्ट में मैटर है, सब जुडिस है, लेट इट बी डिसाइडेड, एंड उसके हिसाब से जो भी आगे कार्रवाई होगा हम लोग तैयार हैं उसके लिए।
However, the government has not accepted the company's claims. AAP has alleged that there are irregularities in the books of the 3 power distribution companies in Delhi. It says if the irregularities are ironed out, then the Delhi government will not have to subsidize power. The audit should provide the full picture. Bureau Report, DD News.
The first session of the New Delhi Assembly began on Wednesday. The pro-tem Speaker, Congress MLA Mateen Ahmed administered oath to the newly elected MLAs. The Arvind Kejriwal-led government will seek a vote of confidence on the floor of the House today. The election of the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker will be held on Friday. The 70-member Assembly AAP has 28 MLAs, 8 short of a majority. AAP has the support of 8 MLAs of Congress, which is expected to see it cross the halfway mark. BJP has 31 members and its ally Akali Dal has 1 member. Father of Kolkata's 16-year-old gang rape victim has succumbed to her injuries on Tuesday, met West Bengal Governor M.K. Narayanan to seek justice for his daughter. The father of the 16-year-old gang rape victim, who died in a city hospital after allegedly set on fire by her attackers, alleged that the Kolkata police asked him to leave the state and return to Bihar with his daughter's body.
एक्चुअली धमकी तो मुझे मिल रही है कि केस को सॉल्व करो, केस खत्म करो। मैंने राज्यपाल को पहला बात अपनी सुरक्षा के बारे में बताया कि हमें जान का खतरा है, मुझे सुरक्षा चाहिए। दूसरी बात, जो हमारे बेटी के साथ ऐसा किया उसको जैसे फांसी चाहिए। मैंने दोनों ही मांग किए, प्लस वहाँ के ओसी जो हमको बताया जो तुम टैक्सी नहीं चलाएगा यहाँ पर आके, उसके लिए भी मैंने बताया। उन्होंने मुझे आश्वासन दिया, ठीक है मैं सभी पूरा करूँगा।
The girl was battling for her life since 23rd December. She succumbed to burn injuries on Tuesday. Civil society members and left parties also joined the father of the girl in protest, blaming the government for not dealing with the situation appropriately. Meanwhile, ruling Trinamool Congress today accused the left front of launching a wrong propaganda against the state government over the suicide of the 16-year-old gang rape victim, while the state Congress has demanded the Chief Minister's resignation and ordering of a CBI probe into the incident. On to the news from Telecom sector. Telecom regulator TRAI imposed fines of 5 crore rupees in 2013 on operators for poor services and on telemarketers for pesky calls. The regulator disconnected 9 lakh numbers and blacklisted over 1.74 lakh unregistered individuals for making pesky calls and SMSs during the year. An amount of 2.8 crore rupees financial disincentive was imposed across all telecom operators for failing to meet quality of services benchmark in 2013. TRAI's advisor A. Robert Gerard Ravi, while releasing activities of the regulator during 2013, said that there has been improvement in the quality of services. Under existing regulations, the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India or TRAI can impose up to 50,000 rupees penalty on telecom operators for failing to meet any quality of services parameter for mobile services and up to 1 lakh rupees for repeating such failures. On to our next story. In the wake of Rahul Gandhi's statement against the burial of the Adarsh report, Chief Minister Prithviraj Chavan will leave it to the state cabinet to decide the course of action against politicians indicted by the 2-member Judicial Commission. According to a senior cabinet member, the CM has proposed that a 4 to 6 member committee comprising Congress and NCP ministers should go through the report and come out with a note for the cabinet to consider an action to be taken. The cabinet meeting is scheduled for today. A report here.
I don't myself agree with that decision. I think they should reconsider that decision. That's my personal opinion.
Adarsh scam is again in news after Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi's speech and Congress President Sonia Gandhi's indication for reconsideration of Maharashtra government's decision rejecting a judicial panel's report on Adarsh scam. Added to this are the demands from the opposition, which led Maharashtra government to call a cabinet meeting on Thursday where some important decision may be taken on the same, noting that the Congress High Command has instructed its leadership in the state to review the decision. The NCP leader Tariq Anwar said that the stand taken by the Congress is very correct.
मैं समझता हूं कि उसमें विचार होगा और जो कैबिनेट की राय होगी उसके अनुसार महाराष्ट्र गवर्नमेंट अपना काम करेगी.
Speaking about the political patronage enjoyed by the society, the report said it was backed by former chief ministers late Vilas Rao Deshmukh, Sushil Kumar Shinde, Ashok Chavan and Shivaji Rao Patil Nilangekar, besides 2 former ministers Sunil Tatkare and Rajesh Tope. The commission has also asked the state government to inquire into the proxy ownership of several flats in the controversial 31-storied building in South Mumbai. The report says of the 102 society members, 25 were found not eligible to become members of the society, and it also indicated that at least 22 were proxy purchases. Now all our eyes on cabinet meet scheduled on January the 2nd, where CM has proposed that a 4 through 6 member committee comprising Congress and NCP ministers should go through the report and may recommend whether the government should reconsider its earlier decision of rejecting the report. With Rahul Gupta, Jyotika Grover's report, DD News.
Continuing with the news from politics, BJP has taken a stride against Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Veerbhadra Singh further by now complaining to the Election Commission and seeking action against the Chief Minister and his wife Pratibha Singh for allegedly suppressing information related to their incomes in affidavit which was submitted to the poll panel. But the CM is unfazed.
Troubles seem to be mounting for Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Veerbhadra Singh, facing allegations of corruption. After levelling graft allegations against the Chief Minister, the BJP has taken the fight to the Election Commission's door. BJP MP Anurag Thakur led a delegation to meet Chief Election Commissioner V.S. Sampath to seek action against the Chief Minister and his wife Pratibha Singh for allegedly suppressing information related to their income in affidavits submitted to the poll panel.
हिमाचल प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री श्री राजा वीरभद्र सिंह जी और उनकी सांसद पत्नी श्रीमती प्रतिभा सिंह जी ने अपने विधानसभा और लोकसभा के चुनाव में बहुत सारे तथ्य और जानकारी छिपाई है. करोड़ों रुपए का जो पैसा वकामुल्ला चंद्रशेखर से उन्होंने लिया था, उसकी जानकारी पूरी तरह से ना वीरभद्र जी ने ना उनकी पत्नी प्रतिभा सिंह जी ने अपने एफिडेविट्स में दी है.
Meanwhile, Veerbhadra Singh and his wife are camping in Delhi to meet the Congress leadership to present their version of the story. Veerbhadra Singh met Ambika Soni, the Congress in charge of Himachal Pradesh, to explain his position. The two Congress leaders had met senior AICC leaders on Tuesday. However, a meeting with Congress President Sonia Gandhi and Party Vice President Rahul Gandhi has not taken place so far. BJP leader Arun Jaitley, leader of opposition in the Rajya Sabha, had written a letter to Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh and marked a copy to CBI Director Ranjit Sinha, making various allegations of corruption against Veerbhadra Singh, including the accusation that he received bribes of over 2 crore rupees from a private steel firm during his tenure as Union Steel Minister. The BJP has also alleged that he awarded extensions for a hydel project in his state to a defaulting power company where his children and wife are shareholders. But the Chief Minister and his wife have refuted the charges. In a bid to mount pressure on the Congress leadership to take action against Veerbhadra Singh, around 300 members of the BJP Yuva Morcha protested outside Rahul Gandhi's residence. The political strategy of the BJP seems to be to corner Congress over the plank of corruption. Bureau Report, DD News.
The new Land Acquisition Act enacted by the Parliament last year to replace the 120-year-old legislation came into force from Wednesday. The historic act aims to provide just and fair compensation to farmers, was passed by both houses of the Parliament with overwhelming majority during the monsoon session. It received the presidential assent on September 27th.
UPA government's historic Land Acquisition Act has come into force from the first day of the new year. The law provides for just and fair compensation to farmers and also guards against any unjust or forceful acquisition. The new law provides for a compensation equivalent to 4 times the market price in rural areas and twice the market price of the land in urban areas. In case of private companies seeking to acquire land, acquisition can only happen if 80% of the local population agrees to the proposal. The acquisition will be cancelled if the project for which the land has been acquired fails to take off in 5 years. However, for national security and defence purposes, government can acquire land by giving proper compensation to the farmers. The new act also allows states to form their own laws, but in no case the compensation rates would be less than what provided by the central law. Also, the clause of consent of 80% of local population for land acquisition cannot be diluted. The new law also prohibits acquisition of multi-crop irrigated land. It further provides for a subsistence allowance of 3,000 rupees per family for a year to the landless families dependent on the land acquired. The land would be given to developers on lease and the ownership will remain with the farmers. The new law also provides for rehabilitation package for the affected farmers and families due to land acquisition. It involves providing them with new skills and housing schemes. Special provisions have been made in the Act to take care of interests of SC and ST communities. Special provisions have been made in the Act to take care of interests of SC and ST communities. Acquisition after consent of local bodies, special development scheme, immediate payment of 1/3 compensation, special effort to preserve community and cultural identity of tribals. The new law takes the place of the 119-year-old law. The law was passed in the monsoon session of Parliament and the President gave his consent on December 27th. The earlier law governing land acquisition was passed in 1894 and it was silent on the question of rehabilitation. Ritu Verma's report, DD News.
Development Minister Jairam Ramesh, and this is what he had to say, and also about the significance which he talked about while he talked exclusively to DD News.
अगर पुराने कानून के तहत प्रक्रिया शुरू हो गई होगी पर अवार्ड की घोषणा नहीं की गई है तो नया कानून लागू होगा। 5 साल से ऊपर गुजर गए हैं पर बहुमत से किसानों ने मुआवजा नहीं स्वीकारा है, तब उनको नए कानून के तहत मुआवजा का अधिकार मिलेगा। आज से ये नया कानून लागू हो गया है, नए नियम भी प्रकाशित किए गए हैं और अभी जो अगर आप नया कानून बनाना चाहते हैं आप बना सकते हैं, और जो प्रावधान आप लाना चाहते हैं वो आप पर निर्भर है, पर केंद्र के सरकार से आप नीचे नहीं जा सकते, उसे आप घटा नहीं सकते.
President Pranab Mukherjee on Wednesday signed the much-awaited Lokpal bill providing for creation of an anti-graft watchdog which will bring under his preview even the Prime Minister with certain safeguards. The bill was passed by the Rajya Sabha on December 17th and by the Lok Sabha on December 18th. The Lok Sabha Secretariat sent to the Law Ministry a copy of the bill which has been signed by the Speaker Meera Kumar. Official sources said that the bill was then forwarded to the Rashtrapati Bhavan for the President's assent. The bill takes the shape of the Act after the signing by the President and the following certain procedures. The bill aims to set up institution of Lokpal at the centre and Lokayukta in states by law enacted by respective legislatures within 1 year of coming into force of the Act. Continuing with the other stories, it seemed to be Congress's answer to protest outside the party Vice President Rahul Gandhi's residence in Delhi. Youth Congress and NSUI members on Wednesday protested near BJP President Rajnath Singh's house in Delhi, levelling corruption charges against the BJP.
A day after BJP's youth activists staged a protest outside Rahul Gandhi's residence, members of Youth Congress and Congress's student outfit NSUI demonstrated near Rajnath Singh's house in Delhi on Wednesday, levelling corruption charges against BJP. The protesters claimed that there is corruption within BJP itself and the party should come clean on these charges before accusing others. Activists of Youth Congress and NSUI were beaten charged by Delhi police and some of them were detained as they tried to undertake a protest march towards the official residence of the BJP president. Police personnel were deployed in large numbers and barricades were erected to stop the protesters. BJP has responded by launching a counter-attack.
येदियुरप्पा कोई संवैधानिक पद पर नहीं है, कोई मंत्री नहीं, कोई मुख्यमंत्री नहीं है, किसी पार्टी के कोई कार्यकर्ता के रूप में ज्वाइन करता उससे कोई बड़ी बात नहीं बनती. लेकिन एक व्यक्ति वीरभद्र सिंह जी जो हिमाचल के मुख्यमंत्री रहते हुए एक नहीं 5 घोटालों में शामिल है और आप उनको लूट की खुली छूट दे रहे हैं, उस पर राहुल गांधी जी के नेतृत्व पर प्रश्न चिन्ह खड़ा होता है.
On Tuesday, BJP youth wing activists had staged a protest outside Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi's residence, demanding an explanation from him on charges of corruption against Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Veerbhadra Singh. Led by Bharatiya Janata Yuva Morcha National President Anurag Thakur, the demonstrators had also demanded Veerbhadra Singh's resignation. Wednesday's protest by NSUI and Youth Congress looked like a tit-for-tat protest by the Congress. Neither Congress nor BJP are leaving any stone unturned to brand each other corrupt. Bureau Report, DD News.
On to news from Muzaffarnagar. With many families evicted from relief camps for the riot affected in Shamli and Muzaffarnagar districts of UP, there is anger among those evicted. The opposition in Uttar Pradesh is also seeing red.
Biting cold had made
the price of non-subsidized cooking gas, which customers buy after consuming their quota of 9 subsidized cylinders, was hiked by a steep 220 rupees per bottle on Wednesday on firming international rates. Domestic cooking gas consumers in Delhi and Mumbai now gets cash subsidy for cooking gas refills as the direct benefit transfer for LPG scheme has been extended to 105 more districts. The scheme till now has been rolled out in 184 districts in 18 states. On to sports. New Zealand's left-handed batsman Corey Anderson yesterday blazed away to the fastest century in one-day internationals as he brought up his knock in just 36 balls, beating Shahid Afridi's record by one delivery. Afridi finished unbeaten on 131 of 47 balls, an inning that included 14 sixes and 6 fours. Anderson walked into the bat at the fall of the third wicket and joined Jesse Ryder and plundered the West Indian bowlers all over the park. Ryder, who is making his comeback into the national side, also scored a ton of just 46 balls. The duo added 191 runs of just 12.1 overs for the 4th wicket to take New Zealand to 283 in 4 in 21 overs. New Zealand won the match by 159 runs. Commenting on the feat, Shahid Afridi said that he had never heard Anderson's name and admitted he had hoped the record would last until he quit the game. Now time for repeat headlines. The centre cancels 3,600 crore rupees VVIP chopper deal with Anglo-Italian firm AgustaWestland in view of kickback charges. Augusta denies any wrongdoing, says it will robustly defend its reputation. Delhi government orders CAG audit of Delhi's Discom companies. New MLAs take oath of office and secrecy of 5th Assembly of Delhi. Arvind Kejriwal to seek trust vote today. Father of Kolkata's 16-year-old gang rape victim who lost the battle of life meets West Bengal Governor M.K. Narayanan and seeks justice for his daughter. Girl allegedly set on fire by the culprits succumbed to the injuries on Tuesday. Telecom regulator TRAI imposes 5 crore rupees fine in 2013 on operators for poor services and on telemarketers. 9 lakh numbers disconnected and over 1.74 lakh unregistered individuals blacklisted for making pesky calls and SMSs. And New Zealand's Corey Anderson scores fastest international century, takes just 36 balls against West Indies to break the record long held by Pakistan's Shahid Afridi. Afridi hails Corey, admitting he had never heard of him before. Well, that's all in this edition of Newscast, and you can catch all the latest news from the world of politics, sports and business at DD News Twitter handle, that is at DD News Live around the clock. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.